Game Pass. What are we doing? Xbox, Microsoft, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? $30. People used to call it a best deal. Everybody used to be like, oh, get Game Pass, bro. $10 a month, you get all these games, you don't have to buy nothing. What happened, Xbox? Tell me what happened. No, these new price hikes, they hit kind of hard. You know, Ultimate is going up to $30 a month. That's kind of wild. For perspective, when Game Pass first came out, it was closer to Netflix money, like a little $10, maybe $15. You feel like you was kind of robbing Xbox with how much you were getting, like, for the value. But $30, that's like a whole nother bill added on to your already bills. And that's not a cheap library of game anymore. Like, that's straight up premium service pricing. And the thing is, it doesn't feel like the library is keeping up. Microsoft own all of these studios now. You got Bethesda, Activision, Blizzard, Obsidian, Ninja Theory. You expect Game Pass to be stacked constantly, but it's not like every month we're drowning in new must-plays. Like, half the time it's fillers indies or like older third-party games just cycling through. That's not worth $30 like consistently. And this is where the Netflix of gaming comparison comes back around. You know, at first that was a compliment, but now it feels like a worst-case scenario. Netflix started raising their prices, cutting content, rotating shows out faster than people could finish them. The value kind of dip. Game Pass feels like we're following the same playbook. Pay more, get less of things you never own. And it's a dangerous shift because Game Pass built its name on being a player-friendly option. If that goes away, you're just left with another overpriced subscription, and gamers are catching on. People are already talking online like, I'll just cancel a sub for a month when a big exclusive drops. That's honestly kind of smart, and if that becomes a norm, Microsoft like whole model is gonna fall apart. Like, look at PlayStation Plus, right? They tried doing the same like tier subscription thing, it didn't do well either. The value just isn't there, and people complain about it constantly. So both major platforms are raising prices and offering less. Where's a good thing for the players? It just feels like deja vu from the TV days. We cut the cord to save money, then streaming services come in and nickel and dime us. Even worse, gaming's headed in the same direction. Looking forward, you can kind of see the crossroads here. You know, option one, Microsoft doubles down, locks in day one releases for every single first party studio they own, and make Game Pass actually feel mandatory. That means when Elder Scrolls 6 drops, it's on Game Pass. When the next Doom drops, it's on Game Pass. If they go that route, $30 starts to feel less painful. Then you got option two. They keep drifting, raising prices without guaranteeing the good content, and players gonna be catching on. They'll just suffer a month when something big hits, binge it, then cancel. That's already happening with Netflix, and you know it's gonna start with Game Pass too, like I said. The question is, can Microsoft actually afford to keep like feeding Game Pass the way players want? Because as much money if they're thrown at this, the return has to make sense like eventually. Right now it feels like they're testing the waters, but players like we aren't stupid. People know when a deal starts to sour, and you're just seeing more and more folks on line strip saying, yeah, I'm not keeping it active every month, like basically getting scammed. If that becomes a norm, the whole always sub Game Pass model falls apart. Instead of steady revenue, Xbox dealing with spikes and dips depending on what's dropping that month. That's not stable long term, which honestly means the future of Game Pass is going to come down to Microsoft finally delivering on all those studio purchases. If those games start landing consistently, then services survive. If they don't, you're looking at a subscription that only peaks early and fizzles out. And let's be honest here. If Game Pass stumbles, Xbox itself takes a hit. They've tied their whole identity to this. PlayStation can lean on hardware sales and exclusives. Nintendo can just do like Nintendo things. But Xbox, they've gone all in on Xbox Game Pass, being the ace of cards. If players start bailing, the ace doesn't look like it's strong anymore. So yeah, the future of Game Pass is really going to define where Xbox sits in the next decade. Either it becomes the platform everybody wants to stay sub to, or it slides into the same fatigue we're seeing with every other subscription service. If that happens, then what? Xbox has to fall back on selling games the old-fashioned way? That's not the lane they've been building towards. Alright, let's move over to Call of Duty because the Warzone reset rumor is like a perfect example. So the leaks are saying Warzone is about to go through a full reset with Black Ops 7. And when I say reset, I mean like everything. Operators, blueprints, bundles, skins you paid actual money for, all gone. Imagine spending hundreds across Modern Warfare 2 and 3, only they hear, nah, none of that carries over. That's what people got so mad. Like, why are we doing this? All these years of people spending hard-earned money, like overtime at work, all this, buying skins, having fun on your game, just to do this makes no sense. The reason that's being thrown around though is the new engine upgrade. Basically, they can't carry over old content like easily, so they're just hitting the reset button. But let's be real, when Fortnite updates their engine, your skins still carry over. Same with Apex. The difference is those games were built in with live service in mind. Call of Duty's been double dipping for years, selling yearly premium releases on top of Warzone, and now they want to hit a reset button like none of that mattered. Some sources are saying Black Ops 7 might be the last traditional Call of Duty release before Activision moves the franchise fully into one big ongoing live service model. So not only do players lose their content, but this could mark the end of yearly COD drops. Like, think about that. Decades of yearly Call of Duty releases, and this could be the end. For some people that's exciting, but for others it's kind of terrifying, because if this becomes that wanted Call of Duty forever, the monetization is only going to get more aggressive. You know, every skin, every blueprint, every cosmetic becomes a long-term grind. And with resets like this, who's going to trust it? Like, it's the same thing like I said with Game Pass. Companies are testing their limits. How much can they take away? How much can they charge before players finally stop putting up with it? It's like their industry's running experiments on us in real time. And here's the problem. Patience isn't infinite. People don't want to feel like their money and time are like just disposable. Just because these companies have billions of dollars, they don't have to treat us like this. Like, we're your like fans. We pay for your games, pay for services, pay for skins. Like, I don't know, man. Warzone, if it wipes your purchases, Xbox raising your subscription bill, Sony's follow the same path. At some point, players are gonna look at this and be like, why am I even still gaming? Like, we all know as well, like, gaming in 2025 is in a terrible spot. And that's why indie and mid-tier devs are like thriving right now. You could spend $20 or $30 on a smaller game and own it forever and not worry about some subscription expiring or like your cosmetics disappearing in a reset. So yeah, between the Game Pass turning into Netflix, Warzone gearing up for a hard reset, the bigger trend of pushing players too far, it's getting harder to ignore where game is headed. Players aren't bottomless wallets. You push us too much, people just gonna leave. Honestly, just missed the old days, man. Like, when gaming was just so simple, and you know, we don't have to worry about extra things, extra cosmetics and extra this and services. You just turn your game on after work, lay down, lay in bed, lay on the couch, sit in your chair, your gaming setup, whatever it was, and just have fun, man. Like, we're missing all the fun. Every company is about greed now. Games are terrible, games are expensive, we're getting no fun out of it. Like, literally, it just doesn't make sense to me. But what do you guys think about this, man? Let me know your thoughts. Honestly, I think everything is just crazy right now, bro. Like, it's right now, 2025, it's just not it, honestly. But yeah, it's your boy, Memories. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see your boys next time. Peace.